And joining us now is the quarterback of the Rams, Matthew Stafford. Great to see you, man.
How you doing, Matthew?
Good to see you guys. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good.
You look
good.
great.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to start with this. I was close with Kobe because I'm working for the Lakers,
Yeah.
and the thing he loved to talk about more than anything, Matthew, he lit up when he talked about it, was that he had 4 daughters.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you have 4. You're the only other guy I know who has 4 daughters.
Yeah.
What's the best part about having 4 daughters?
Oh, man, it's the best. I go home, I get big hugs from them every single time. Listen, they love the Rams. They love watching me play football, but, man, there's so many fun, important things in their life going on that have nothing to do with football that light me up and light them up. So I do have such a blast being home with them, running around the yard, doing whatever it is. They're fun.
What Kobe used to tell me was, he goes, as you know, I'm hyper-competitive. It sets my mood whether I win or lose. And around them, it just goes away.
Oh, 100%.
Like, you could have the worst lot. I was thinking, back to Detroit. I think the girls actually went back there when I think Kelly took them and watched you back there. Like, devastating loss for you, and you guys played well.
Yeah.
And I would imagine you see them after the game, and you can't. You feel like an idiot if you're down, right?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
They bring me back to life no matter what's happening. The best days are better. The worst days are good.
I mean,
it's just they are just. They're a joy to be around. They light up my day every time I see them. So
what are the age range?
So I have 7, about to be
twins,
6. Yeah,
right?
about to be 6 and 4.
Are the twins identical?
They are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so identical twins, an about to be 6-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Nice.
It's busy, but it's a lot of fun.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, you and your wife, you're getting into the shuttle service years.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
We're looking at Sprinter vans for sure.
So I asked Les about this earlier, but there was a point last year when you guys were 3-6.
Mm-hmm.
And coming off that loss in Green Bay. And for me, as a Rams fan, as a season ticket holder, I was like, damn, this is not our year.
Mm-hmm.
What was it that allowed you to turn that around? How did it turn around?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it's the famous saying, you are what your record is at 3-6. I think we were playing a lot better football than our record set at that point, and we just need to continue to work at what we were getting good at. And I was able to come back healthy enough in that Seattle game and kind of get on a little bit of a roll there. But it was a total team effort. I mean, there were some games early on in that season, part of the 6 losses that we had real chances to win against really good football teams, and we didn't do that for whatever reason. And we were able to close those games out the right way in the second half of the season. And shoot, the only one we lost, we had a really good chance to win as well, on a road at Baltimore. So I was really proud of the team, the group of guys. We all just stuck together, and there was a lot of noise out there saying this, that, and the other about what our team was, and we just believed in what we were, which is about hard work, and that served us well.
You have been blessed with 2 receivers that you trust in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. So I'm always wondering if a play goes well, it's going the way you designed, and you see the whole field, and Cooper's open and Puka's open. How do you decide who to throw it to?
Well, good thing we have progressions in our sport. So, my eyes are supposed to start somewhere and then they kind of finish another place. And we do a great job, as good a job as any place I've been around, spreading the ball around and saying, hey, your eyes are going to start here on this play. If that guy's open, give it to him. If not, move on. And it's on me as a quarterback and the play caller to kind of just make sure we mix and match and get both those guys involved.
Now, when you were in Detroit, you were playing with the Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson, and I've heard you talk about him and how much you loved playing with him. Are those guys? I'm not going to say they're there yet because he's a Hall of Famer. But is the trust level there with you? Do you kind of feel like if they're even with their defender and you put it in the right spot that they're going to make a play? Are they there yet?
Yeah, I think so in a different way, right? I think those 2 guys are so unbelievably cerebral that I play with, and they see the game. We're constantly talking about looks and feel and adjustment and where would you go with this, where would you go with that, and Calvin, we had that a little bit too, but at the same time, it didn't really matter if somebody was covering him or not. He was so much bigger than the other guys, so it was the same but in a different way, right? I had that trust of, you know what, he's covered, I can put it in this spot. For those guys, it's like, hey, if we get this look, he knows I'm going to throw it out there and he's going to break to that free space, whatever that is. But, no, I'm really lucky to play with all the guys. I've been able to play with these 2 guys. Really all the guys in our skill groups, here this year have been a blast to work with and I think are really talented.
The offensive line, we were talking to Les about it. He feels like it's the best offensive line that you guys have had in a while. And obviously Jonah Jackson, I know he's dinged up right now, but hopefully he'll be able to play for the starter, play for the opener. What do you think of this offensive line, and how do you feel about it?
Yeah, when healthy, man, we're really big and strong and physical, which is a whole lot of fun. I think our running backs are going to have a great time running behind this line. And then obviously the better we run the ball, the better it is to drop back and pass, and throw the ball down the field. So I am really excited about it. We have a couple guys right now that we're taking care of and making sure that they're, healing up and getting back to, full strength, which in turn gives us great depth. We have guys out here practicing, getting 50, 60 snaps in a practice that, at some point in the season may have to come in and play and do a good job for us. And we're building that trust and that communication up front with those guys right now, which has been really good.
So Sean McVay was on with us, and he talked about how he considers his relationship with you a partnership, that he wants to know what you're thinking and what you're seeing and stuff like that. How far does that go? Do you feel for example, I was watching the Detroit game at the end of the game, and I'm like, don't punt, Sean, don't punt at the end of the game. You punted, it didn't work out, you didn't get the ball back. Are you comfortable enough where you can lobby him? Like, can you go to him and say, Coach, don't, or do you feel like that's not your place?
No, I think we're constantly back and forth talking about all things, right? Situations, plays. He's got his opinion and thoughts, and I have mine, and we both respect the hell out of both of them.
So it works.
And, it works. And there are certain times where I feel convicted to do something, but I'm not going to go out of my way if I don't feel convicted to go one way or the other. And, trust him, because that's his job, is to, put our team in the best position to win. And he does that at as good a clip as anybody I've ever been around.
We played a clip of you on the field talking to your teammates while Sean was in your head. You know that clip?
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
So Sean talks. How much does he talk in your head during a game?
Listen, that one kind of got cut out of context. I feel bad for him. But that's a TV timeout in a 4-minute situation. Right. We got the lead. He's trying to just coach us all up. And then one of the guys in the huddle goes, "Is that Sean still talking?" I go, "Yeah, that's Sean still talking." And then we hear the rest, right? But, the TV timeouts is really, when you get the full explanation and what he's thinking and this, that, and the other. Do you like this? Play 1, play 2, play 3, whatever. And, most plays we got 40 seconds on the clock. It's go, go, go.
Right.
I'm just listening and rolling. So that was one, very few instances where there was some dialogue going on. But listen, it's so much fun to be around him. He's such a great energy guy and a brilliant coach.
So I always wanted to ask you this: you went to high school with Clayton Kershaw. You were high school classmates.
Yep.
And is it true you were the catcher when he was a pitcher for a couple of years?
Yeah, he pitched, I caught, and then when we were playing in the field, I played shortstop, and he played first base.
Could anyone hit him in high school?
No, I mean he was filthy. He's always had that competitive streak, man. Where
did he have that curveball even back then?
Yeah, big time curveball. And then I think probably around his junior year, he shot up to about however tall he is now, 6'3.5", 6'4".
That's when your hands started to hurt every day.
97 came with that, and it was all over. But he's a special talent. It's great to see him back out there. Hopefully feeling good and going.
Yeah. Well, listen, this is awesome to catch up with you, man. We appreciate it an awful lot. I will be at every game this year. I'm super psyched for a great season. I'm really excited for all 11 wins.
Yeah, I hear you.
and say hi to your girls for us.
Yeah,
I will do it.
Thanks
for the visit, man.
Yeah, great to see you guys.
Have a great day.
Thank you.